William, hopefully your favorite videographer. We are here at the Dallas Area Rapid Transit Board meeting, the agency known as DART to Dallas, Texas residents. As a service to the Dallas community, we plan to cover DART board meetings from gavel to gavel. Public comments are required to keep DART board aware of issues close to the ridership that they may not get through other resources.
Got to be less expensive to repair them than to lose all of those fares week after week. That's the first thing. I also think that there's a better way to spend the time of the fare inspector personnel. They get on every morning at Parker Road Station with all of the suburban professionals coming in from Plano, Allen, and Frisco, and then they get off at Mockingbird before the trouble starts at West End or at Pearl. So their time is not being used efficiently if what they're trying to find are the people avoiding fares. And then we see them again at 5 o'clock when we're going back to the suburbs. So I think that you should probably direct them to stations that are more problematical than Parker Road. The problem we're having in Parker Road these days is with panhandlers. It's the last stop. So the panhandlers that come up from Dallas wait for everybody to get off the train around 6 o'clock. I've reported them to security there, and security said to me, oh, I can describe them. And he did describe them, but he didn't stop them. I don't know how you do it, but to address that. The second E is equality. Everybody getting on the bus and everybody getting on the train should pay equally. I don't know that your security cameras are taking pictures, but the buses in Plano, in particular, any number of people get on without paying, and the bus drivers don't say anything. As a matter of fact, they wave them on. You're not going to make money that way. What I'd like to do, I can take pictures of the drivers and the people they were allowing to ride for free if your security camera is not picking up on that. And the third one is efficiency. I use the first bus of the morning, the 452 line to Parker Road Station, and it gets there right on time at 7:59. And the bus to Dallas leaves at, the train to Dallas leaves at 7:58. And that's true every hour. All it takes is a 2-minute little adjustment. Must I stop now? I wanted to say one more thing about Parker Road Station. Can I do that? Okay. The overwhelming majority, as we all know, of the African Americans are honest, decent, loyal, hardworking, tax-paying members of society. But there's this little minority that hangs out at West End Station and gives the wrong impression of that whole community. You need to clean up West End Station so that our African American citizens will get the dignity and the respect that they deserve. Thank you.
Dr. Klein, you've hit the jackpot. Would you please talk with two of our senior management guys, Mr. Maurice Bell and Mr. Rob Smith?
Outside?
Those two gentlemen probably be more productive outside.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Mr. I'm going to get it, Clay Branson. There you go.
I didn't know if you were having problems.
No, my glasses don't focus sometimes.
I have that feeling sometimes too. First off, gentlemen and ladies, appreciate your time. I do like DART. I use it for my trip to work, but one thing that irks me at night and on the weekend, I live in Garland. I ride the Blue Line. The Blue Line and Red Line have more people that ride it than the Green Line. At night on the weekends, the Blue Line and Red Line only have one car, and the Green Line always has 2 cars. The Blue Line and Red Line will have over about 100 people on it. Each DART car has 94 seats. I've personally counted them. The Green Line will have 35 people on just 2 cars. And especially after Mavericks and Stars games and concerts at the arena, and I have photographic proof on my phone, I've seen over 250 people jam-packed like sardines in these cars, wall to wall, and it's a safety hazard. God forbid if a train would tip over with all these people on it with the weight, that would be a problem. I just think it's a common sense solution that all it takes is one more car, and if you have 200 people, there'll be more, the riders would be more comfortable, it'd be more safe. I've heard it from a lot of people. I've even heard it from DART drivers and employees about it. People who recently came in from out of town from Oregon and Ohio for the championship game. I've heard it from a lot of people that it's not safe when, and it doesn't make sense why after a game you'd have, and I've talked to people about it, and they keep telling me more people ride the green line than the blue line and red line. That's true for 3 weeks of the year when the state fair's going on. I understand that, but the other 49 weeks of the year, more people at night and on the weekend were riding the blue line and red line than the green line. I've observed it even this past weekend. I counted personally on the blue line 102 people on my ride from downtown Garland Station to City Place Station at one time. Last night after the Mavericks game, I saw just 20 people on a green line that came right before a blue line that had over 150 to 200 people on it. I couldn't count all because I couldn't get through all from the back of the car. So in conclusion, I think it would be best if we have 2 cars on every train. It would make the riders safer, it'll make them more comfortable, and it's just common sense. If the green line barely has anybody on it, and it's like a ghost town in there, because I used to live on that route. I used to live over by Bachman. And I appreciate your time, and I hope that this solution is fixed, because I don't want to have to call the news media, please.
Would you, Mr. Branson, would you speak with Mr. John Roan?
Is
John?
that individual? Okay, thank you.
Did you make contact with him?
I will go talk to him.
Okay, thank you. We have a voting agenda. You forgot to read the public comment. The first item, item number 3 on the agenda, Mr. Carrizales, that comes out of your committee.
Yes, Chairman. That's item number 3, exercise contract option to purchase up to 17 transit buses. Came to the committee, operations committee today. We'd make a motion to be formally approved by this board tonight.
Second.
All those in favor signify so by saying yes.
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 Those opposed? That motion carries. Mr. Carrizales, you'll be handling the administrative committee items?
Yes. And in the absence of the chair and the vice chair, I'm going to be handling these. We have items 4, 5, 6, 7. And they are approval of contract for Lawson Software Maintenance Services, item number 4. Item number 5 is initiation of litigation to recover property damage, Trinity Infrastructure, LLC, and/or subcontractors, and Reese Motley. 6, approval of additional funds for outside counsel in connection with the Department of Labor 13C complaint filed by Amalgamated Transit Union. And 7, approval of settlement agreement and mobile ticketing agreement with Texcoma Area Paratransit Services. There's no opposition, but anybody in the board, I would ask those all be voted on together. And they've been approved to the committee of the whole, and has to be formally approved tonight by this board.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor, please signify so by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, say no. The motion carries. Items 4, 5, 6, and 7 have been approved. Mr. Carrizales, you're a busy fellow tonight.
Yes, apparently.
Take 8 and 9.
Item number 8 is a contract award for the 15-year rebuild of Trans-Technic light rail vehicle static inverter overhaul kits. And item number 9 is contract option for non-revenue vehicle fuel and fuel management system. Those both came to the Operating Safety Security Committee, and were there before this board, and I would ask for final approval.
Second.
All those in favor, please signify so by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, say no, please. Motion carries. No, failure.
Sorry, folks.
Mr. Carrizales, you're doing number 10 as well.
Thank you. Sorry, I missed 10. Authorization to execute a license purchase agreement with Maritime Communications Corporation to purchase 500 kilohertz of radio frequency in the 219 megahertz band for positive train control PTC, and to file the FCC application for license. They came to the Application Safety Committee tonight and went to the Committee of the Whole. We'd ask they be finally approved by this board tonight.
All those in favor signify so by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, please say no. The motion carries. Ms. Wilkins, the next item is out of your rail committee.
Okay, I hope I can do as well as Mr. Carazales just did. Okay, number 11 is the approval of the execution of a corridor improvement stakeholder agreement with TxDOT relating to the Valley View project. And this item came through committee and Committee of the Whole, and it was approved unanimously. And I move that we approve this item.
Second.
All those in favor signify so by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, please say no. Motion carries. Ms. Gates, would you introduce item 12?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. This is the authorization of final payment to TxDOT for State Highway 114 light rail project. This item was considered by the Planning Committee and recommended unanimously for approval to the Committee of the Whole. Committee of the Whole has considered it initially and for final consideration today, and I move its approval tonight.
All those in favor, please signify so by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, please say no. The motion carries. That concludes our voting agenda. There was one individual who asked to speak at the end of the meeting, Mr. Richard Sheridan.
Yes, good evening. Thank you, Mr. Strauss and board members. Appreciate being here. You all have a handout, and Mr. Strauss, you have a copy of the last speech I gave, because I do reference it. And I apologize for the word I start off with the title of the speech, but in thinking about it, what other word would describe what happened to me? Stupid or intentional retaliatory police ticketing of frequent DART writer, whistleblower. I'm outside, but some of the stuff I do could be considered being a whistleblower. And I left the prop at home, or the evidence of the fact that I've been riding DART quite a bit. It's about that many tickets, about 500 tickets, and they're all reduced fare tickets, except for a couple where a mistake was made in the past. So those tickets, that experience combined with my being a licensed professional engineer and 12-year Dallas activist, on top of most of the major issues in Dallas, leads to what? To benefit DART writers and DART, and has led to my appearance before this board a number of times giving information on DART issues, and more importantly, how these issues can be addressed. Issues like lack of Northside Rail bathrooms, the paratransit outsourcing problem, the West End visitor scare zone. That gentleman is absolutely correct. It's a scare zone and it's Hustleville, and you either should have police going through there every half an hour asking for passes, or separate the platform from the walkway. And again, thank you, sir, for bringing that up. On January 13th this year, I stood before this board and reported about 16 different issues with DART that might be influencing the lack of growth in DART ridership. And here's one of the issues I reported. A DART fair enforcement officer told me that DART's police management is reactive, not proactive. Quote, they let incidents happen instead of having an effective program which results in reduced incidents, end quote. He said there needs to be a major change in DART police operating philosophy, or some person or people should be fired. On January 19th, which is Martin Luther King Day, and I participated in that, left the house at about 8 o'clock in the morning, and on the back of the speech is a copy of evidence. I purchased a ticket. Basically, I purchased a ticket, and I didn't look. I should have looked. Put it in my pocket, went to Martin Luther King Boulevard, enjoyed the parade, came home, ticket, this is a DART police officer. He's coming, look at the ticket, oh my God, this isn't good. So instead of sitting in the seat, I get up and walk to the front of the train, and I said, sir, this is what happened. This is a $250 ticket, regular price. I get a reduced fare for $250, sir. There was a mistake made. It's happened a couple of times before, and when I explained it to fair enforcement, no problem. He ignored me, absolutely ignored me. I repeated it 2 more times. I said, sir, are you understanding what I'm saying? I said, sir, with all due respect to you, you are not using common sense. And that was it. He didn't yell, didn't get angry. And then I contacted DART Complaints, and I think I put the number on the ticket somewhere, but I think I wrote it down, but they said they would forward it on because I appealed to the DART Police Department. Would you please just look at this and let's let this go away? I'm not asking for a deal. I'm asking for fairness, for justice. Haven't heard back, and that was 2 weeks ago. And my understanding is you have to wait 30 days, and then the fine goes from 50 to 250, whatever. And you got to go appear before the Justice of the Peace and all this stuff, and your lawyer probably has to be there too. And Mr. Strauss, I guarantee you that I'll be bringing the 500 cards as evidence, the fact that I bought 500 or 498 reduced fare tickets, and 2 were mistakes. So I'm here to ask for you or your attorney to please dismiss the case, and I'd like a written apology from Officer Liu. I think it's pretty clear. And again, I apologize for using the word stupid. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Well, no, we've just received this. We hadn't seen this letter before. It'll be reviewed, and we will react to what's
Thank you.
what
I'm
you
a little,
presented.
I apologize, I'm being short.
We're a little hasty, but
Thank you.
that's okay. I
Thank you.
understand.
Okay, thank you.
That concludes our public speakers. We have no further business. We are adjourned. Thank you very much for coming.
This is William, hopefully your favorite videographer. We love comments. If you don't like the way Dart is handling things, lay it out for everyone to see. If you like or hate this video, tell us. If you'd like to see more videos like this one, tell us. We even love it when you call. Better yet, like or follow us on Facebook or subscribe to us on YouTube and get instant notices of all our videos the moment they are posted.